What is up, everybody? It's James here from the Sawyer Family Reviews channel. Today is Wednesday, May 17th, 2023, and this is the weekly comic book pickups video. Every week I buy comic books. I get them for myself. I get them for my kids. I always get them at Queen City Comics in Fairfield, Ohio, zip code 45014. If you're in the area and into comic books, check out that comic shop. It's the best one in town. And while you're over there, check out the toy department while it's still next door because it's moving this summer, but it's only a mile down the road. Okay, so we got 3 books in here, all new stuff. We've got Maleficent from Dynamite. This is $3.99. I went with the J. Scott Campbell cover. This is for Gracie. I told her that there was a Disney Villains Maleficent comic coming out, and she said that's what I want. Writer and illustrator is Sue Lee. I don't know what it's about. I have no idea, but we like Maleficent. We like the Maleficent movies. So it's well worth checking out. A redonkulous amount of variant covers. Dynamite is just absolute bonkers when it comes to Dynamite covers. To variant covers. It's out of control. Completely out of control. For Keaton, I got him Planet of the Apes #2. Keaton is a Planet of the Apes fan. We got issue 1. This is $4.99. I want to say this takes place like after the Caesar movies, the more modern Planet of the Apes movies, or in between the Planet of the Apes movies. I don't know for sure. I didn't read the first one. It's written by David Walker and art by David Wachter. David Walker and Dave Wachter. This seems like a pseudonym. Like he doesn't want you to know that he also is writing it. I'm David Walker, the writer, and that's my artist, Dave Wachter. It looks good. And Keaton said he liked the first one, so I'll probably like the second one. And then last but not least, for Blaze, which I'm only chipping in on this because these were only $5 comics, and this magazine's $15. So I'm chipping in on this, but he's gonna owe me a couple bucks. He's gonna owe me a couple bucks back. Toy Collector Magazine issue 5. Toy Collector Magazine is a magazine for toy collectors. It's your behind-the-curtain deep dive into the world of collectible action figures, past and present. If you didn't know that this existed, now you know it exists. Just like we used to have Toy Fair and Toy Marts and Lee's Toy Review, Toy Collector is the modern magazine for toy collectors. It's got reveals in here. It's got this Karai last run of 2-pack in here. It's got some toy news. It's got Kickstarter stuff. Talking about the new Ninja Turtles. Lots of fun stuff in here. But the reason why we got this issue, the reason why Blaze wanted this issue, and I was like, hey, we should probably get this issue. Some stuff on Inhumanoids, Unproduced Inhumanoids. Super 7, Simpsons reveals. The Rise and Fall of Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars. This is written by my buddy Jason Geyer. Jason and I have known each other for a long time. Back in like the early 2000s, I was part of a discovery of the unproduced 4th wave of Kenner Secret Wars figures. Kenner Superpowers figures. Found hard copies, found art. And at that time, Jason worked with Action Figure Insider, and he had his site, Toyotter, and he and I were friends, and I said, hey, I got all this stuff, let's do this big reveal of everything. So this big online reveal of everything. Fast forward a few years later, and I'm in talks with a former Mattel employee, and I picked up a bunch of Secret Wars shield art for the Secret Wars flicker shields that revealed unknown characters that were going to be produced for the line. And so I went to Jason again and said, hey, we need to do it again, man. We need to do it again. So he did the bulk of the research for sure. But we kind of figured out what the waves were going to be of Secret Wars by this art. And then later on, there would be discoveries of actual prototypes from the line. So he did this article all about Secret Wars, and he gave your boy credit right here. Unmade shield artwork, courtesy of James Sawyer, and there's a link. There's also a credit in the article. There's an article about Suncoast, and then I think there's more of this. No, that was it. That was all of it. But yeah, this is pretty cool. So that whole article in there was the main reason for getting this issue, because Blaze is a big Secret Wars fan. So he wanted this issue because of the Secret Wars article. And it's just a bonus that Jason came through and threw my name in there with the article, which I think was super cool. He did the same thing for me on one of the Superpowers DVD sets. He made sure I got a credit in the whole thing about the unproduced toys and the toy line and all that stuff, which is super cool. And that is it for this week. If you enjoy the videos, like, subscribe, notify. Leave a comment down below if you collect comics. And I'll see you guys next week. All right? Bye.